Hello everyone and welcome back to WesterosCraft Walks. I'm your host Kobe.
And I'm Lucia.
And today, after a long time, we're coming back with a big project which has been recommended or asked for a lot of times in the comments over the years. It's Highgarden. This will be a 3-part series. This is just the first part, so we'll look at the surrounding lands in this one. We're coming from the north. This is the Rose Bridge that we're gonna cross in a moment. And we get a nice view of the Mander flowing past Highgarden. Very nice view from here, especially with the sun. So that way is where the town is. We'll cover that in the next episode. But here is a nice zoomed in of the castle. You can see the flag on top. It's not the Tyrell flag, it's the Pride flag, because it's Pride month at the moment. It might have just ended by the time this gets uploaded, but yeah, it's June when this was recorded. So we also have some announcements to make. You might have noticed that it's been a while since the last episode. So we have decided that this will be the last series we'll be doing on WesterosCraft Walks. So we'll just do these 3 episodes on Highgarden, and then it's not confirmed yet if someone is going to take over, but there is a possibility that the series will continue with some new hosts other than us.
Personally, I'd love to see Dutch God come back. I know he has his mini-series where he does walks with builders, but when I first got into WesterosCraft, I was watching the walks with Dutch God, and I always enjoyed them, so it would be great to see him come back, but also it would be great to see someone else have the opportunity to explore the world and take you guys through it with them.
Yeah, Dutch God was the original person who started this series, so yeah, definitely if
take it back to its roots.
Definitely if he wants to, I would like to see him take it back. We've kept the series warm for him.
Yeah, warm, like a cup of tea you left for an hour type of
Yeah, sometimes sporadically. I've noticed that we tend to get into it in the summers, but then there's a big gap during the winter. Over the last few years that we've been doing this.
Because I'm in hibernation mode, literally. I'm like, the winter hits, going to bed, 4 p.m, you know. Proper adult stuff.
Yeah, but as you might have noticed, we've entered a training camp, not a tourney camp. You can see they don't like the Lannisters here by their flags on the targets. But yeah, this is a camp for the tourney grounds. We will have a closer look at the tourney grounds later in the video. But you can already see some rulers of the Reach represented here by the banners. Just sneaking into someone's back garden who happens to be a baker. And then we're gonna go through to the village. So we'll come back around. I just want to show you through a scenic path, and then we'll come back around, see the rest of the tourney grounds, because it's quite big. Yeah, this is just a small settlement near the entrance of the Highgarden lands. This is a nice house.
This is a house, but
yeah.
Probably will be, I don't know, maybe something like a small tavern.
Yeah, chicken coop as well. Also in this video we will cover, there's a bit of history which we will spread throughout the 3 parts of this series. And in this series we'll go back to the original rulers of Highgarden, the Gardners, and talk about their family history. And then next episode we'll talk about the Tyrells. But now there is some very nice walks here. As you can see to the right, that's the left. To the left we got some wildflowers. The right.
We also have wildflowers.
Those are deliberately planted roses around the walls of Highgarden. They got around most of the castle, where the town isn't. There's big fields of roses, which gives you very nice views as well.
I mean, you would not want to live here if you're afraid of bees.
Yeah, especially. There we have one of the entrances. We'll see the main entrance to to the castle later in the video, but here is one entrance. And we'll see the castle in episode 3 of this series.
That's right, guys, we're making you wait for it.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna go up this road, back around to the tourney grounds.
But I mean, talking about Highgarden in general, just while we walk around the town, it's something that, when you think about WesterosCraft in general, it's one of those big keeps that everyone has been asking for and looking for ages. And it's crazy to think that we've done the Red Keep multiple times over years, but this is the first time that Highgarden's ever been completed. And it's a really beautiful keep, and it's taken a really long time to get the build where it is, because we've actually been looking to do this video for a while, but it was a case that the outer settlements were finished beforehand, so we just had to wait for everything to get done. But now it's done, it really has been worth the wait, and the guys that worked on it have worked incredibly hard, as they do with all their other builds.
I like that specific area where we came from. It's like an orchard, and they had the little saplings for the fruit trees in little pots.
The technical term is little baby tree.
Little baby tree?
Little baby tree.
Okay. Yeah, this is back towards the tourney grounds, where we will see the actual things where they do the event. But yeah, you can see it in the distance. They've got, I believe, we'll come across the archery range first, which is here. Also, this a little bit of backstory behind the tourney grounds. This tourney grounds is a semi-permanent one. So during the summer years, as you know, in the world of Ice and Fires, there are years of summer, years of winter. So during the summer years, these structures are semi-permanent here. But when the winter comes, they break it down and they use this land as pastoral grazing for sheep, or sheep, I believe, maybe animals as well. This is the Malay area. You can see with the banners, I believe they made a special banner for the Renly Baratheon, because you can see they have the Tyrell flags for the Tyrells, but then Renly at this point, it's based. The setting we are at is at the end of the first book, so Renly has fled King's Landing and is in Highgarden now. So you had that like stag of the Baratheons, but with the Highgarden, with the Tyrell colours.
I mean, the connection there is because in the beginning of the second season, Renly actually marries Marjorie, who, as we know, is a very prominent Tyrell.
Mm-hmm. And he also likes Loras.
Yes, I mean.
But that's not known to the public. But yeah, that was the tourney grounds. The next stop is that building over there. You can see it in the distance. You can see the Sept. So this is a mother house which got quite wealthy, and they turned it into an orphanage as well. So this is a mother house with septas, which are housing orphans of the Highgarden area. You can see this is the dining hall. Over on the other side we got sleeping quarters, got some nice gardens too, and a memorial here to one of the septas. If we go left, we got sleeping quarters. They got some herbs hanging up, probably smells nice. I really like this courtyard as well. It's this gives me like the monastery feeling that the mother house is. Another big hall, and outside here we got the Sept. Just looking quite nice as well. We'll have a peek in, and then the sun is coming down, so we should probably find somewhere to sleep. I'm just gonna walk through
the woods.
The wood, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna walk through the woods to find the hunting lodge.
Oh, I thought you were going to find the dollar.
No. No, we're gonna go to the hunting lodge. We're gonna sleep there, and yeah, we'll enjoy the nice walk here while the sun is setting, which we can use to announce something else. So we are retiring from WesterosCraft walks, but we won't be retiring from YouTube. So you can still follow us if you want to.
Not in a creepy way.
Not in a creepy way, because in the time we were gone, we actually got some babies.
But not human babies.
Not human babies. No, we got guinea pigs, and they now have their own channel called Kavi Curiosity. I'll put some pictures or videos of them on screen to entice you to subscribe to that channel.
Insert oh babies.
Yes. So they have their own channel, and if you want to keep following us, you can follow us on there. I'll put the link to subscribe in the description, and it will also be on screen at the end of the video. And I still have my history YouTube channel as well. But yeah, we're walking through the woods now. Very fast, not edited at all, just because it was dark.
I mean, we are Sonic.
Yeah, we are Sonic in the game, yeah. So this is the hunting lodge. We'll have a better look in the morning after we've found the bed in here.
This is how fast I run.
Yeah. So this is actually quite a. It's small, but it has all the amenities that the Tyrells need. They have their lavish lifestyle still. So this is where they go. This is the Tyrell hunting lodge, where if they want to go out for a few days hunting, they get settled here. And the hunting lodge was actually an old holdfast that the Tyrells converted. We're going to bed now, and we'll see you in the morning. Oh wow,
morning.
That was quick, wasn't it? Yeah.
That's the thing, when you run fast, you sleep fast. It's a Playboy lifestyle.
Wow. Yeah, we'll actually have a look on top. Can have a look at the surrounding woodlands. They got a small garden there as well. A nice lake. And over that way, I think it's out of render distance, but that way is where Highgarden is. I believe it's just outside of render distance. But yeah, as you can see, it's quite big. Some places would call this a castle, like some smaller projects, I mean. So we're gonna have a look in the garden, then we're gonna go back to the surrounding lands of Highgarden. They actually have, we'll have a look in here as well. They got the kitchen, and they have a nice great hall as well. We'll have a look at the rafters as well. They're always nice in these big halls, as they are in real life. Yeah, so a good tip for real life, if you ever visit like a castle or a palace in real life and you're in the big great hall, always look up, because it's always very like ornate, the rafters on the ceiling. For example, we live by Hampton Court. I don't know, that's not doxing, I believe. But there's a lot of regions around Hampton Court. We live in London. But yeah, we visited there a few times, and they got really nice rafters in that hall.
Yeah, they even have what is classed as eavesdroppers, so it's little people all around, and it's meant to be a reminder that, you know, you're always being watched, everything you say is being listened to. And our server doesn't have those yet, but I felt that could be such a cool little detail to add, but not as necessary as adding, you know, bricks for areas, because the server's currently working on Old Town, so that's going to be a lot of custom bricks, I imagine, you know, even like stone. Because each region has their own style of brick, and even on the floor, you'll see that the ground, like here on the side, the rocks, they're different colours because it's different types of rocks in different areas. So they will probably have a whole section like that just for Old Town. Yeah.
It will be almost as big as, I think it's just only slightly smaller than King's Landing.
Yeah, I mean, they gotta take their horse to Old Town Road.
Oh, yeah.
Just ride till you can't ride no more.
We'll stop there and tell you, so we don't get copy strikes.
I mean, that was so close to the original that I'm sure they're gonna copy strike us.
Yes. So this area here where we walked past in the dark earlier, this is actually...
spooky.
Spooky, yeah.
Vivi spooky.
As well as having these nice hanging roses. This is actually a stud farm. So this is where the horses get bred and as well trained for the... Yeah. They get these are specifically for the Tyrells, so these are top-notch horses.
Oh, we're not talking about men?
No.
Well, this is Loris's stud farm.
Oh. Wow.
Someone had to say it. You're welcome, comments. I'll say what you want to say.
Yeah, we'll go inside as well, have a closer look at those...
Spooky crow.
Scarecrow, yeah.
Spooky crow.
Yeah, spooky crow. What's in this barn? Stables. For the horses.
I mean, a horse could jump out of that, so I'll say it's stables for miniature horses. I mean, no one can tell you what you can and cannot do in Minecraft. Make up your own story. Tiny horses. Regular horse is going to jump over that. Tiny horse only. Tiny horse vibes.
Yes. So yeah, this is the house.
Why was the floor glowing?
Well, I think it's probably like a lighting glitch with the shaders.
It's like, don't go in, don't go through that door, it's haunted.
It's the same with these stairs over here. I think it's because of the shaders, they get confused sometimes. So yeah, we got random glowing stairs over here in the video. I think it might be because they're like slabs and maybe...
Oh yeah, and with the window slits.
Yeah, so that's fancy. They make a lot of money off those horses, huh? So I guess we should get into the Gardner history now. The coat of arms of House Gardner is a green hand over a white field. I'll also put it on screen at the moment. So it was founded by Garth the Gardner during the Age of Heroes. The seat of House Gardner was Highgarden until the house died out in 1 BC. They fought against the House Targaryen during the War of Conquest, and at the Field of Fire the line of House Gardner died out.
The Gardner Kings hosted tournaments of love and beauty, with the greatest champions allowed to join the Order of the Green Hand, which was a knightly order founded by House Gardner. It is said that the knights of this house often wore cloaks of vines and flowers when at peace, but with a bronze crown of thorns when they rode into war. #dramatic.
So we'll talk about a few famous members of House Gardner. First of all, we'll talk about Garth Gardner. Although there were actually 12 known rulers named Garth Gardner, the most famous is the second son of Garth Greenhand, who was the High King of the First Men. And Garth Gardner is credited with founding the House Gardner.
Is it Garth, or Garth?
Well, there's quite a few, very confusing, you know.
I guess it's kind of like with the French kings, if you look back in the history, how many Louis were there, you know, more than 17.
Yeah, same with, like, the house was founded by Garth Gardner, but probably the most famous person is Garth Greenhand.
Wait, so
he wasn't actually the founder, it was his second son.
So another famous member of House Gardner is Garth the Seventh Gardner, who is said to be one of the greatest members of all time, which is a big achievement. He earned the nickname Golden Hand for his deeds both in and out of war, and his reign actually lasted 81 years, with less than 10 years of that being spent at war. It's said that during his reign, the Reach truly flowered, and is known as the Golden Reign, which, I mean, personally, I can't speak for you guys, but I'd rather have my reign known as the Golden Reign than, like, the Blood Reign, or the Bad Reign, or, like, the Mad Reign, you know, top 10 reigns. Welcome to Watch Mojo.
Yeah, now we're also, apologies if you hear some, like, squeaking or rustling in the background, or guinea pigs just woke up. So, yeah, we've been climbing a little hill here, which is now a vineyard and a winery with great views of the castle.
I think you mean with grape views.
Oh,
I'm sure you guys are going to miss jokes like that when we go.
Yeah, you can still find them on Guinea Pig's channel.
I give amazing commentary.
Yes. And yeah, so this actually used to be an old holdfast, but then they converted it into a vineyard with a winery. So they have a small house here, and I will have a look at where they make the wine as well.
Well, I guess worst case scenario, you know, if there's an invasion, they can protect the most important thing, the wine. It
kind of this like vineyard on a hill thing kind of reminds me of one of the like vineyards in The Witcher, the Blood and Wine DLC.
Blood of wine.
Blood of wine. Oh no. This is where they make the wine. So it's storage, and over there they also have the wine press.
I mean, another great name for a wine company would be Wine from Vine, Wine of Vine, Wine of the Vine.
Wine of the Vein?
If any of you guys... Wine of the Vein is just blood.
Yes.
I guess that's what vampires would call the blood they drink.
Yes. Yeah.
If you guys do use any of those names, I want a 10% cut of your winery. Thank you.
Okay, so now we're gonna...
What was that?
And don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
I was like, is that a goddamn plane?
No, it's on the edge. They're still like doing some final touches. So that's what... it was a floating bridge.
Okay, I was like, they built a plane?
But yeah, here... Oh no, Plop just completely covered himself in hay. I'm sorry for the distraction, or...
But if you want to watch their foraging video, you'll find it on their channel.
Yeah. Oh, you have like a little... Lucia will take a picture of what's happening at the moment, so you can see as well. We had like a little shrine there. Also, this is the Rose Road coming from the south, and this is actually the main processional route that people would take, like the lords would take to go into the castle of Highgarden.
Little criminal cage on wheels.
Yeah.
Weep wee, transport coming through.
So this is a little village that sprung up around the main entrance, which is called Harlington. This is a chandler. I really like chandlers. I was like, when I was building on the server, this was one of my favorite professions to build. The chandler. You can see like the candles were dripping from the ropes there. But we're gonna go and have a look at this little town through this narrow alleyway. It's getting dark again, so
that pole is haunted.
Magic glowing tree. Yeah, we're gonna have a look for an inn here, and then we'll continue in the morning. You can see the castle at night or dusk. Got a market here as well. So there's a inn over here, if I remember correctly. That's a butcher. That's... Oh, here's... Well, this is a tavern, which is technically not an inn. Usually in fantasy, taverns and inns are quite synonymous, but yeah. Usually in a tavern you wouldn't be able to sleep, but I'm gonna find a bed anyway. And I don't think in this one it's meant to be a... Because we got different signs for taverns and inns, so I believe this is just the tavern keepers that live here. As you can see, they got a little apartment. Yeah. And here's the bed, which we will take over for the night.
Imagine working hard all night. You come upstairs, it's like Goldilocks.
Oh,
like what?
Yeah.
Eat their food, leave without paying. Shaking my head.
Yes. I saw there was like a jeweler as well next door, so I wanted to have a look at that as well.
And sadly, he means like jewelry, not like the act of doing a jewel.
Oh, right.
I'm a professional jeweler. If I lose, I die. I like the high stakes life.
Yeah, isn't that where they do the smoke rings, the vape rings, or is that a jewel? Is the vape the jewel?
Stop making us sound old.
Kids these days. I
think sound like we're in our 50s.
I think a jewel is a vape.
Comment below if you know.
So yeah, this is, I think they've updated this. I don't remember the butchers being like a pig's head, or I might have never noticed it before.
I think most likely you just never noticed it.
Yeah. Oh, you know what this is?
A pigeon house.
Yeah, a dove coat.
I mean, I don't think doves can wear coats, but okay, each to their own. But if they did, would they wear little sunglasses with it?
This is a little Easter egg to some of the builders who did a lot of work in the Highgarden area. But yeah, that was the main entrance. This is Harlington, is the name of this little town. So we'll go back to the road. And we got a few
past
more...
the haunted pole.
Yeah, past the haunted tree pole.
It's a pole. It looks like a maypole.
Oh, right, yeah.
But it also has leaves on it.
And or maybe it's like garlands, or is that what it's called?
Yeah,
like
where they
little wreaths.
have
Yeah, flowers. Yeah.
I forgot the word for plants. I was like planters. Planters.
Flanders. That's where I'm from. So
Ignore
the floating thing. Yes.
I will tell you all if you can't see it. I guess it will be big on the screen, then everyone will be able to see. It is a magic flying spaceship.
Oh yeah, the aliens. Yeah. Like how you see those old.
I mean, George never said there
paintings
aren't aliens, so he leaves us to speculate.
Yeah, a little shrine here to one.
Hagrid.
Hagrid, yeah, Hagrid.
Again, as I said, guys, it's open to interpretation. No one can tell you what you can and cannot do on Minecraft, which means it's wholly up to your interpretation.
Not everything, but yes.
I mean, even if there's a sign, disregard it. It's your reality now.
Yeah.
I don't know why you think you're that good at jumping, but
yeah.
we're so athletic, that's why.
Yeah, this is another a nice area. This is actually a soap maker. So this was a big manse, which they converted into a... I believe it's a soap maker. There's not really a thing called a soapery, I don't think. Let me know if there's a word for a place where they make soap. But I think it's just a soap maker. This is very nice as well. I haven't seen many of these on the server, but especially here you can see the process as well. Especially near Highgarden, because they have so many flowers, they probably have a lot of bees, meaning they have a lot of wax as well. So they got
soaper.
A soaper.
But I think that's the person who
yeah.
makes soap.
Yeah, but then they have this nice herb gardens as well, for scenting the soap.
Apparently, it's also referred to historically in England and the United States as a chandler, a person who makes soap and or candles.
Oh right, yeah.
Well, I guess some of the techniques would be interchangeable.
Yeah, because you have with the chandler you have wax chandlers, but also soot, I think suet, like pig's fat or animal fat chandlers, and I guess the wax chandlers could also make soap, but I wouldn't recommend the pig fat for the people who make candles out of pig fat to also make soap. Yeah,
but you could, because soap is like traditionally just fat. So.
Oh, is it fat? Oh
well,
yeah.
I mean, it's not just fat. Yeah. Please don't just rub yourself with fat, but it's one of the main components. Not anymore, but back in the old days, where me and Kobe are from.
Yes, and we're coming to the final gate where we're gonna end today's video. We have a nice walk through the rose fields here, but this town we're getting to, this is Highgate, I believe it was called, and that's one of the big entrances to the town of Highgarden. So we saw the entrances to the castle, and this is one of the main entrances to the town. They also have a big old rustic market here.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's quite nice. So this is where we will end today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed. If you want to check out the Guinea Pigs channel, it will be linked on screen right now, as well as my personal channel. Or if you want to see more WesterosCraft Walks videos, the playlist will be on the screen as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye guys.